Ready?
Yep.
Hello and welcome back to hashtag 20 Off-Centered Years, the series that allows me to slowly go senile, but to be able to check back to this video library to remember what really happened. So today I talk a little bit about our goofy name and our province and why we're in Delaware. I grew up in western Massachusetts, out by Vermont, near Amherst, but my folks had a summer cabin, wood stove, on an island near Boothbay Harbor, Maine, a jut of land called Dogfish Head. Told that story before. A lot of folks, when I tell it, say, well, why don't you open up there? And a main reason would be because Maine already had a bunch of breweries. So when I was raising the money to open Dogfish Head in '94, one of my goals is I wrote this business plan. It mostly centered around we want to be the first brewery focused on the entire culinary landscape for potential brewing ingredients. That was the main sort of business plan or heart of what I wanted to, how I wanted to differentiate Dogfish. Secondarily was the goal of opening the brewery in a state that didn't have one yet, because we thought in that era of the mid-90s there were still a bunch of states that didn't have breweries yet since post-Prohibition. And we thought it'd be really great marketing cachet to be the first brewery to open in the state since Prohibition. I actually moved to Rhode Island, where Mariah was finishing school, and was working on the wood-grilled pizza recipes on our deck and home brewing and trying to open our brewery. Originally, Dogfish was going to be open in Rhode Island, but I couldn't get my money together, and the local government in that era was relatively corrupt and wouldn't offer me a path towards getting into business. So the window closed, another brewery opened in Rhode Island. The next closest state to my hometown of New England that didn't have a brewery since before Prohibition or brew pub was Delaware, which is where Mariah is born and bred, 10 miles from where I'm shooting this video, where she and I, during our college years, would rent houses with our idiot young friends, where we both waited tables here at the beach. So that is why we ended up here in Delaware. We wanted to be the first brewery in the first state. And then in hindsight, it has just been an awesome place to open a brewery. A, we get to live at the beach, and this is about as dressed up as we have to get. B, we live in a coastal, beautiful, beautiful area that's really intensely busy in the summer, but nice and mellow in the off-season. I paddleboarded this morning in early March, very not as crazy winters as New England, and it's an awesome radius from which to distribute something from, because in 2 hours from where I'm sitting, you can hit DC, Baltimore, Philly, and 3.5 you hit Manhattan. So these are the main reasons we're in the first state. It's also a state that has an awesome, awesome history of supporting its entrepreneurial companies, from companies like the DuPont Company, who've done amazing things for our state, to the Gore Company. So many awesome companies that we're in good company with here in Delaware. So that's why Dogfish Head's been in Delaware for 20 years and intend to be here for the next 200. Cheers.